There comes a time when everything goes quiet. Not the kind of quiet that brings peace, the kind that brings questions. Who am I now? What happened to the fire I used to have? You feel stuck in a world that keeps moving, trapped in your own mind, faking smiles, drowning in silence. But let me tell you this, rock bottom is not the end. It's the solid ground where you build your foundation. And this year, 2025, you're going to build something unstoppable. They looked fine on the outside, but inside, a storm. They were tired, not just physically, but spiritually exhausted. The weight of expectations, the fear of failure, the ache of not being enough, but no one saw it. Sometimes the strongest souls are the ones who suffer in silence. They kept going until they couldn't anymore. Then came the moment that broke them. A failure, a goodbye, a loss that shattered something inside. They looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back. Everything they built had collapsed, and yet, somewhere in that pain, a flicker remained. It's okay to break. That's how the light gets in, because some comebacks only begin after everything falls apart. It didn't start with a miracle. It started with a whisper. Get up. Not for them, not for applause, but for yourself. They chose a book over a breakdown, a walk over a wall, a deep breath instead of another breakdown. Each step was hard, but they kept going. Success is not built on motivation. It's built on discipline. One journal entry, one early morning, one healthy choice at a time. They began to rise, calm, determined. They didn't change overnight, but they changed intentionally. No longer driven by fear, they were driven by purpose. No longer chasing love, they were learning to love themselves. Fall in love with becoming the version of yourself no one thought you could be. They worked in silence, studied, trained, rested, let go of old friends, stopped explaining themselves, because when the comeback is personal, you don't owe anyone an explanation. Now, they carry themselves differently because they've seen the dark and chose to rise anyway. They walk into rooms with quiet confidence. They speak with clarity. They don't ask for permission anymore. The person you become after the storm is stronger than the one who walked into it. And now, they're not just living, they're leading, they're inspiring. Their comeback is proof that pain births power. So to you, the one watching this right now, you might be in your low moment. You might be tired, lost, done. But hear this, you were never buried. You were planted. And 2025, that's your season to grow. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to get it all perfect. You just need to start again. This time with you in mind. Because the comeback is always stronger than the setback. 2025 is not just another year. It's your year, your fire, your legacy. Make it personal. Make it powerful. Make it yours.